Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another series of Unsung Heroes. Today it's my pleasure and a privilege to have my dear childhood friend Imtiaz Khan, whom I haven't seen for over the best part of 30 years. If ever you needed inspiration in your life, needed somebody to touch you, somebody to give you hope, then mashallah, this is the brother here. For those of you who don't know the story, it was a national story, possibly international. Imtiaz was diagnosed with brain tumor and wasn't given much chance of survival. Against all odds, because of his resilience, because of his never die attitude, and because of his immense fighting power, I suppose, and belief in the Almighty, he pulled through. People like Imtiaz go on the wayside. The reason why I'm making this video and I class him as an unsung hero, because I think it needs to be highlighted in particular our Asian community, that it exists. Ye baat to hai. So the quicker we accept that, the better. And also, the main purpose of this video is to say, don't give up. Imtiaz, your story is absolutely heartbreaking. Even if I didn't know you on a personal level, which I'm fortunate to do so, and when I read the whole story and I followed the whole story, I was in tears. I can't believe I'm going to ask you this, but how did you feel in it briefly? I know it's very sensitive because you didn't have much chance of survival.
The way
experience.
I think when people ask me about that, basically what it was is I had 4 years ago I was diagnosed with a cancer. The meeting with the consultant was that I was in a small room. I had a partner with me, and the consultant was on the opposite side of the table, and he said, "You've got cancer." He mentioned the name of it, which I didn't register, and then the other words that I left that meeting with were cancer, aggressive cancer, 5% chance of survival, tumours, and needing to start my chemotherapy in 2 weeks. Once I'd started the therapy...
What was your reaction when you heard the word cancer? Because cancer when we heard the word cancer, people like us, just the mere mortals, just panic.
In all honesty, yeah, sure, there's a shock and things like that. And despite the fact that you said the 5% and all of this, the 5% chance of survival, I just carried on because I think I've trained myself from a young age not to panic or make a decision until you have all the facts. So once he told me, I was able to go away, read up about it, ask questions, and I think that helped me out. But the other thing was, when the months that I spent in that hospital, I'd be walking up and down the corridors. It's a special cancer hospital in Manchester called Christie's. It's one of the top hospitals in the world, and it's just cancer patients. And you'd walk down the corridors, or you'd look into the wards, and you'd see people in various states. And I think the hardest thing for me was when I saw the kids, because I was 46 at that age, and I'd lived life. I came from a good family. I had good experiences, and I also had bad experiences, but that's life. And I thought about these kids, and I was thinking to myself, you haven't even been given a chance to experience anything yet. And so it made me realise that there is always somebody worse off than yourself, and that you shouldn't just throw in the towel. The biggest thing that helped me get through, I would say, 3 things. One was the prayers and the will of the Almighty, because I genuinely felt at the end that I was allowed to come through it, because there's something else that's been planned for me. The second was the medical treatment from the hospital staff. But the third thing was, I never gave up on hope. I had 5% chance, and I was thinking, if you had given me 0.5% chance, it's still a chance, and you grasp onto it and you don't let go of it. Whatever, you know you're going to be in for a battle with the treatment, that's inevitable, because of the strength of what you're fighting against, but you don't give in. And if you can do that, you can come through. If you throw in the towel at the very start, and no matter how tempting that is, you're letting it beat you from the start, and you can't allow that. You have to fight. You have been created to live by the Almighty. Sure, He can take you at any time, but at the same vein, He expects you to fight for your life as well.
So what would your final message be to people that Allah maaf kare, who are fighting cancer?
Firstly, as a community, we're very scared of it. And sometimes when you find out somebody's sick or poorly, people stop visiting them and things like that. But what I found in my treatment is that on the first day that I was there, within the first hour, I was treating everybody in my contact book and explained to them what my situation was, where I was, and I told them, don't be afraid to contact me. I need you guys to contact me. My family and friends in Birmingham, whenever I came down, I'd always go out and see them. I didn't stay at home, hide away. Despite the physical changes in my appearance, I wasn't scared by that. That's just part of the process that I had to go through.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an unbelievable, inspirational, heart-touching story. This is the reason why he's in this episode of Unsung Heroes, Imtiaz Khan. Please continue to think of him in your prayers. I'm sure he'll think of you in his prayers. Keep inspiring. Keep watching, guys. Allah Hafiz.